Today I'll be showing you 3 licks that work perfectly in a situation where you find a dominant 7th chord resolving to a minor chord. Now this, of course, is an extremely common chord progression. You hear it in pop music, classical music, jazz, and anything under the broad term of Latin music, and that's what we're going to focus on today, specifically Latin jazz. Now all the licks have been notated, tabbed, and are available for download, so simply click on the link to grab them, follow along, and let's get started with lick number 1. Alright, so before we break down lick number 1, let's first take a look at the chord progression. We are in the key of C minor, and as I mentioned, it's a 5 chord, a dominant 5 chord, obviously, going to a 1, C minor. So that would be G7 going to C minor. All of these licks will be played on the dominant 7 chord, and when you have a dominant 7 chord moving to a 1 minor, if you will, the scale that tends to work the best is the harmonic minor of the 1. So the harmonic minor of where you're going. In this case, it would be C harmonic minor played over the G7 chord. So that is the type of mood that the harmonic minor scale creates over the dominant 7 chord. So what we're doing there is playing a mode of the harmonic minor scale, the 5th mode of the harmonic minor scale, and it's often referred to as the Phrygian dominant scale. So from G to G. And the great thing about that scale is that naturally it contains some nice altered tensions that sound great on the G7 chord, notably the flat 9. Or I was playing it here often. And it also has the sharp 5. Alright, so now that we got that out of the way, here's lick number 1. So that lick really emphasizes the flat 9. And then little approach tone here, the F sharp. So we're encircling the G. All right, one more time. And again, this chord voicing here sort of has a flamenco feel to it. And it fits the scale perfectly. 2, it goes like this. Lick 2 starts with a diminished arpeggio. And the diminished arpeggio is being played off the B, which is the 3rd of G. So it starts with this ascending arpeggio. Then from here we play the root, and then back to the flat 9. And then after that we play a series of diminished chords, but only 3 notes of the diminished chord. I just want to point out the picking pattern for the diminished chords. I always start with an upstroke. Lick number 3 looks like this. All right, a bit slower. It starts on the 3rd of G. And again, due to the nature of the scale, it is highlighting the important notes, or the juicy notes, if you will, of the dominant 7 chord. So the flat 9 and the sharp 5. There's the flat 9. Now make sure that you don't ignore this video right here if you want to learn more licks in this style.